Hello everyone and welcome to another Alliance War video. This one's going to include the first two wars of the last week of the season. And first up we were against LinaM. Quick disclaimer, the Sinister fight up there on node 13, the recording unfortunately failed for it. So I don't have that fight in this video, but we took it with Warlock fine. First up we've got node 4 Maestro with Sorcerer. I'm taking this as Sorcerer because Spiral was banned. And this fight is very risky unfortunately, because I basically have to make sure Maestro doesn't throw a special. Otherwise, basically Sorcerer's in big trouble because the Petrifies will reverse her power gain. And more importantly, it'll also cause her regen to go a little bit out of control. So I start off with a nice special 2 there. And I think, right, let's use another one. Good damage there. Now I want to use the special 1 here to get rid of the glancing buff just so we can get some power from it. And now I can power steal. And that was the plan. But he throws the special into block and I am degenning very quickly because of the reversal. I've now lost all of my power gain as well. Thankfully the power boost ignores the Petrify because honestly that probably is what saves me in this fight. We throw a special 1 here, and it nearly gets him down, and I realize, right, I just got to parry him, finish him off, and the fight goes down. But yeah, him throwing that special 1 into block was nearly catastrophic. But we managed to get out of it just about. Now, we skipped the Sinister fight because it didn't record, so now I've got Bullseye here on node 20 with Warlock. And I was told in this fight to basically just parry heavy after getting the infection up. And that will basically try to keep him below a bar of power as much as possible. I mean, even if he gets to a bar, I was told it's not really a problem because Warlock can't be crit through blocks, so the specials don't actually do a lot of damage. And the other thing that I can do is basically, if the power gets a little bit too out of control, I can double dash back, which there triggers the regen, which is basically going to power drain him even more. So the main thing I'm focusing on is just keeping the infection up, trying to keep his power low. I realized in the end that I wasn't going to get to special 2 because of the use it or lose it node was constantly draining my power. So I was like, right, okay, I don't need to worry about specials. I just need to make sure I keep him below a bar whenever possible. There he goes above, and for some reason I threw the special 1 there. I think that was mainly to keep his power low, but now I've actually got to get the infection back up. If I double back dash here, he was going to get a lot of regen. I throw it there just to try and avoid him from cornering or pushing me back. And I wanted to get the infection on before, so now I'm just waiting for the power to go down. Now I can control it again. I throw the relic, 1 more heavy, and this fight is basically done. There we go. So admittedly not the best Warlock fight, but we got it down absolutely fine. I'm not a big user of Warlock, so that was just basically going on what I'd been told to do by my planner. Now we have this node 38 Spiderwoman. We're going to be taking this with Yelena below, mainly because she's tactic. So the point here is the endurance from the tactic is basically going to make Spiderwoman's debuffs much, much shorter. And as long as Spiderwoman doesn't have many debuffs on me, then we should be able to shrug off the debilitates really quickly, which will heavily reduce the amount of chance she's got of evading me, basically. But as you'll see, she does still evade at times because some of the debilitates do still stick. And I'm basically trying to avoid her throwing special 1. I want her to throw special 2 as much as possible. And then I'm heavy countering the special 2 so that I can reactivate the knockdown node so we can start doing some proper damage. We get a good special 2 off there. I decide to throw the relic. I don't know why I heavy attacked here because she's debuff immune anyway. I throw the special 1 just to trigger the elimination mode. She uses special 2, we counter that, I throw the special 2 here into block. The reason I do this is because I was using the reversal to knock down, and that actually triggers the node. She did throw a special 1 into block there, which was a little bit annoying, but thankfully the prowesses hadn't built up very much. And yeah, this fight is now down, so that was node 38 Spiderwoman in just over a minute, not too bad. We did end up winning against Nova Imperium, which was very, very good for us. And now we're going to move on to the GT40 match. This is war number 11. And we're starting off with Havok on node 13, and I'm once again using Warlock, which, again, I'm not very versed with him, but I was told this fight is very easy. Basically just keep the glancing off when I can. I can completely ignore the plasmas due to armor and just basically don't let him get to special 3. Although I did have an invulnerability ability boost on this fight just in case he got there, but the suppressions are starting to go on. So I think to myself, right, let's play it safe. We bait a special 2, and now I can go for an intercept here, get rid of the suppression, and we launch a special 2. And that does a very, very nice amount of damage. He's still being power drained. So we go into Relic here, and yeah, this fight is down. So a very, very quick fight there for the Havok. Next, we have Dark Pheonix on node 19. We're going to be taking this with Spiral. This is a fight that generally is pretty good. Spiral's Ruptures don't trigger the regen node because they're physical damage, not energy damage. The main thing here is just making sure that Dark Pheonix does not throw special 1, because otherwise the fight can get quite a little bit out of control. But we get the special 1 off here, and we're already building up a good amount of Ruptures. The beams won't do a lot of damage because they are energy, but the Ruptures block the regen with Despair. We use the blades here, and then we've pushed it a special 2, so we're safe now to throw another special 1. The beams are starting to do more damage than the regen can keep up with, which is good. I decide to throw another special 1 here just to get rid of the bar, and mainly to get my blades back up. So now I use the blades there. I'm going to throw one more special 1. This is going to put her into her immortality phase, and then we use the wave dash tactic there to just intercept with the blades and get rid of her in a nice solid 1-minute fight, basically. Now we have this Peni Parker, rank 5 ascended on node 28. Now this is another fight that I'm taking with Warlock, and yeah, unfortunately I die here. So I was told by my officer the best way to play this fight is to get the infection up and basically just keep using heavies and use specials as well, and try and avoid the auto block where I can. So far this fight's not going too badly. The glancing is going to prevent some of our bleeds as well as gimp quite a bit of our damage. I'm still just trying to keep the infection up where possible. Now, I think I'm about to make the first mistake here, so I throw the Relic into Special 2, thinking that the Relic would stop the auto block, but I was wrong. So then I end up throwing the Special 2 into the auto block, which thankfully wasn't too punishing, but I didn't know that that was a thing, which again is kind of my own poor knowledge. The armors that I'm getting is constantly triggering the buffet, and now she's unblockable. And now I'm kind of trying to stay away. The buffet triggers again, but we managed to get the infection back on. Same with the Arc Overload. She's being power drained. I'm just trying to build up here. I'm still trying to keep an eye on the auto block because she now has 3 charges. And she gets the auto block there as I go for the Relic, and I think, right, okay. I managed to get the heavy counter there, which is fine. This fight is still going down. We're winning the health race currently, and I make a mistake there. And I tried to do the light attack too early to punish, and I think, right, let's throw Special 3, because this is going to power drain her, and she can't obviously auto-block a Special 3. So the fight is still going pretty well by this point. For some reason, I miss a parry there, which causes me to take a quick hit. Now, she gets the auto block there, and I don't know why, but... oh yeah, right, so she goes unblockable here. And I think, right, I need to get her off me, and I throw the special one, and this is where the fight is now done, because I forget about the fact that I didn't even know, actually, before this fight, because I never used Warlock, and I'm a bit of an idiot. I didn't know that Warlock's special one removes the infection that he's got. So I'm just panicking now, trying to finish the fight off as quickly as I can. The infection is gone. We do get another heavy here, but I'm glancing an awful lot. I'm losing the health race. I try to get a parry and trying to keep the infection up, and she catches me with the walk-up light attack, and it finishes me off. So, yeah, the cleanup is relatively simple. I did actually ask my officer whether I could clean up with Sorcerer, because I would have felt a lot better doing it with her, considering she ignores the glancing and can get rid of the regens a lot easier, but they asked if I could go back in with Warlock, considering how close she already was to dying, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. But now that I know about the special one, removing the infection, and more importantly, somebody told me after this fight that I could have greatly reduced the amount the regen triggered by actually dexing before the armor came back, which would have allowed the armor to trigger, and then the armor wouldn't have kept triggering buffet. That was actually what I was supposed to do, but I had no idea of that before going in. Finally, we have this Onslaught now on node 47. This is a fight I've taken a lot with Sorcerer. It's generally a pretty simple one, but I think the death to Warlock really made my brain go a little bit scattered for this, because this fight does not go as cleanly as it normally does. So we immediately get the special one into special two, and this is off to a good start. And I think, right, let's bait out the special two, and then we can continue, or at least wait for the power steal. He's taking a long time to throw the special here, which is very annoying. But he finally throws it, and I think, right, we'll wait out to the Fury, throw this, and this will do some good damage. So that was a good 172 special there, or 172k. We got the Unstoppable, I bait the special one, and I think, right, now we can get back on form. I throw the special one here so I can start with the regen on block. I'm getting near to the power steal phase, so I'm not too worried about his power right now. Throw the special two. Nice 76k hit there, and then there I dash right into the special two. But it gives me a special 3. I think that was just simply, I forgot about the reverse controls in the moment and just dashed straight into it. And then it doesn't matter because the fight is down, but yeah, that wasn't really the cleanest fight. But we still got it down, 1 minute 18 seconds, and unfortunately we did lose to GT40. GG's to them. We did get 3 kills, which we were quite happy with, but my deathless streak is once again reset. But Cav is still on for a 7-4 record, and this last war is basically going to be everything for us. If we win the next war, we will finish top 10. If we lose the next war, we will finish top 20. So definitely look forward to that video coming hopefully sometime later in the week. But that's going to do it from me for now. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.